Hello everyone, my name is Marcelo Martins. I'm from Makeloo studio, and I'm here today to go on my project Makeloo with learn to knitting with Barbara Walker books, African books. So this is my week 2 of this project. So last week I was here to propose you to get your needles and start knitting the project. So I got and I started knitting my first square. So this was our first project to knit. So because you are 1 week late in my French and Portuguese project, this is our goal to knit this week. So this project is very easy and is a base of this the start knitting. So to everyone who have get your colors, that's the way to start knitting. Okay, this is the first stitch to learn to knit. Is the purl stitch that you go to learn, or the knit stitch. You can choose one or another. That is, if you have experimented knitting, I have an option for you. You can learn knitting continental style. You can learn to knitting in a continental style but mix it. So you can, if you have knitting in continental style, I propose to you to knitting in a different way, to knitting a purl stitch. So that is I have to offer to you in this program. So I have different levels. I propose to you different ways to knitting. So if you want, come to me and learn and go to knit a little bit. So I go to change my camera position and to show you my hands, and I have something to show you. Okay, so I put 10 stitches in my needle here, and I have here 10 stitches. And if you have question how to cast on, I made a video. Yes, that is important information. Every week I go to put in this meeting here, because we are starting, I have some new information to give to you, but I go to put here only most of information about how to build the squares and the theory of for every homework. I don't want to do a long video class, because I know everyone is very busy and I don't have very long activity here. However, every week I go to put some short video with some tips that you could help you in your project and that could help you to do your homework. Okay, so here you have 2 things important. So I have here I put in my stitch here 10 stitches. So I go to knit my first I go to knit in purl stitch. So I put here in my 2 things very important for purl. You have to get your yarn in your side, in the front of the needle. So here I get the yarn in the front of the needle is the first thing. The second thing that you have to put, you put your yarn here. If you are American style, you put your tension in your hand you put here and you throw the yarn like this. 1, 2, and 3. Good. If you are continental style, it's very important to put your yarn ball in the left side and you get your stitch like this. You have to get your yarn in front of your stitch and you have to put here. The goal is to put your yarn between both needles to pass your strand of yarn between your in the tool there. 2 ways. In the continental style, you have to bend your finger and made it possible. So you put there, you get your finger here, and you slice your yarn, you have a new stitch. And you get your tension here, and you get mold your stitch. And this finger is very important because when you mold the size of stitch, this finger you can measure your stitch. So you can strangle your stitch here or you can lose your stitch here. So when you model the size of your stitch, you can fix the sizes with this finger. So the continuator again, you pass your yarn here, you bend your finger and you pass the strand between to make your purlwise. The other way, that is the continent mixed, you just move your yarn there and you get the strand like this. You move and you get a strand like this. The difference in between is that you get the yarn that's come from the yarn ball is placed before your needle when you are continental style. When you knit in mixed and east continental, your strand come from your yarn ball is placed behind, okay? And you come back to knitting the other side, you have to pay attention here. I go to left this here just to show you on the other side. So you still pulling your stitch like this. I go in my style that I'm more comfortable and I finish this. Another tip, use the small point of your needle to knit your, because it's small, you can pick your stitches easily here, okay? So that's my last one, and I turn my here to the first square. What you have to do all the time, you have to purl all the time. So just pulling your stitches. So, okay, so because I'm here, I have to add my first new color. And how do I do this? It's very simple. You get a new strand. I let around 4 inches of the new strand. I fold this like this, and with this I just get my old color here, strand, and I pull this as I have a new yarn, as I have another yarn. So I have to have my yarn in front of my needle. My yarn is in front of my needle here. So I pour this here, I pass this inside, and I get my new stitch. Oh, Marcelo, it's so weird because it's so loose. Yes, this first stitch is very loose. So I am continental style yarn. I still knitting continental style. I still knitting this. I would get this strand. I will have to do a knot with the new strand. Okay, but to have a better knot and close to the edge, I prefer knit few more stitches, around 10 stitches before doing this knot. Because I have just 10 stitches here, I do not this knot. Okay, just a second. I finish my first row. I have to turn again. Now here, do you see I have a loose here, and I come here in the edge. I get my stitch as I like here, and very close to the edge, I do a knot with my new strand. I use my new strand to close my knot as close to the edge as possible, like this. I do one knot. I can do a second one to be very close. However, I will not cut my strand. At the end of my square, I go to pass my strand inside here to fix this. Okay, I will make a video with my red square, show you how to do this. Okay, so next time now I have to pass in the other side, so I just turn my work, and I get my color, my strand, my work strand, and it's still working because I'm working pour. I put my strand in other side, and I still purling all work along. Okay, all work along. That is the work you have to do. Now I go to the edge, and you have here the possibility to change the color again, and you do this only purling our way along. Okay, I show here the continental, and you have here 2 ways to do. Okay, that is the homework for this week. You have more information in my YouTube channel about this homework. Go there, subscribe in the bottom to have more notification, because I will put more information this week. I have recorded more information, and then I have more information because I start with the French group and the Portuguese group, some other informations. I have this very beautiful striped blue and green square. Is the second stripy one. I have a lot of information. I have new other projects that you can do with stripes or with stockinette stitch like this. So get in, follow me, and still knitting. So see you there next week, 11 o'clock, in the same place. Okay, if you have questions, don't be shy. Ask me here, send me a message, share picture with me. So I will put here an event in my Facebook in English. So there you can put some pictures. Don't be shy. This place is for you, and you can be free to participate and publish with me what you want about this project. Okay? Thank you to be there. Have a nice week. Have a nice spring, and see you next Friday at 11 o'clock from here in Montreal. Bye.